Hi, my name is Joshua Mugg from Park University in Kansas City. Today, I'll be arguing against Spinozan theories of human reasoning. According to these theories, it is impossible to consider a proposition without accepting that proposition, and acceptance and rejection are accomplished by distinct cognitive systems. This view has implications for the ethics of belief, implicit bias, and issues in freedom of speech. I'll argue against direct experimental work for this position, against an inference of the best explanation for this position, and offer some positive reasons to think this position is false. A full draft is available on my academia.edu page. Positive evidence for this position comes from Daniel Gilbert's work on processing negation from the 1990s. In one experiment, subjects were given nonsense sentences such as "Sufa is a cloud," and then told whether or not they are true or false. Some were put under cognitive load. Gilbert claims that the Cartesian view predicts symmetrical errors for true and false conditions, but that the Spinozan predicts that there will be more errors in the false direction than the true direction. The experiment bore out the Spinozan prediction. But it seems to me the experiment procedure artificially forces subjects to engage in reasoning in the manner proposed by the Spinozan. Subjects first accept a proposition, "Sufa is a cloud," and then update if it is deemed false, but do not update if it is deemed true. The added difficulty of processing negation is built into the experimental procedure itself, since the procedure requires subjects to alter what they initially encoded. There's also a Gaussian interpretation of this experiment that I won't get into here. More recently, Eric Mandelbaum has offered an inference of the best explanation, arguing that the Spinozan can make sense of anchoring effect, confirmation bias, and negation processing. Mandelbaum claims that Spinozan can explain anchoring effect because subjects momentarily actually do believe that, for example, Gandhi died at the age of 7, or that Gandhi died at the age of 140. However, what's really needed here, as with other purported explanations of anchoring effect, is how this representation, whether it's a belief, an imagining, a consideration, or something else, interferes with the estimation process. It doesn't particularly help us to see that subjects actually believed for a moment that Gandhi died at age 7 and then subsequently reject it if we don't understand how that rejected belief is interfering with the process. Mandelbaum also claims that adding negation into a sentence exponentially increases the difficulty in understanding the sentence, and that we can make more sense of experimental work on negation sentences on a Spinozan theory. However, it seems that the same can be said for other logical connectives, such as if and or. There's also positive reasons to think there might be something wrong with Spinozan theory of human reasoning. Mandelbaum identifies two properties that are necessary for a belief: inferential promiscuity and the ability to interact with desires to cause behavior. On a Spinozan theory of human reasoning, subjects who pretend that P, at least momentarily, actually do believe that P. Just as a subject who is asked whether Gandhi is older or younger, died older or younger than 7 years old, momentarily believes that Gandhi died at 7. However, it doesn't seem that this actually is how pretenses work. Pretenses are, as Alan Leslie put it, cognitively quarantined. They're not inferentially promiscuous. On Mandelbaum's own criterion of belief, subjects do not believe the proposition, they pretend. As such, the empirical prediction of Spinozan theory of human reasoning is not met. Thank you, and again, the full draft is available on my academia.edu page, and feel free to send me an email.